Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Exposed, February 28, 2011, and it's 1:06 p.m. in Birmingham, Alabama. The topic is there's a breakthrough, a tremendous breakthrough that's been on the table, but they don't want you to know about it. It's called HHO, or hydrogen gas. You can make it. You can make it off of water, and it will power your car. Let me tell you what to look for, where to find it, how to do it. Look up YouTube, Stan Myers HHO invention. You will get a gentleman that took water and finally perfected it. It's an idea that was really thought of and came up with over 100 years ago. They called it back then Brown's gas. Today, that's the problem with us trying to make it. There's too much Brown's gas. Brown meaning the impurities it brings out, and almost in a matter of minutes, your clear water goes brown, but it's still producing hydrogen off of that water. Let me tell you what Stan Myers did. He found a breakthrough. He found the key to keeping it clean, not totally, but keeping it clean and maximizing the output of the hydrogen when he split it off of water. He was able to drive his car from New York to California on 25 gallons of water. Not one penny's worth of gas was in the car, not one penny's worth of gasoline, only 25 gallons of water. That was it. No more. He can do it, then we can do it. But the reason we don't hear any more about him is because he was murdered. And I will tell you that story. He was offered a sum of money by the automobile manufacturers. He turned it down. He said, no. He said, I think every car in our country needs it. Why pay for fuel when it's free? Then OPEC offered him $500 million, $500 million they offered Stan Myers. He turned it down. He refused it and said once again, he said every car in this country can be running off of it at a cost of $1,500. And they don't need gasoline at all. You know, Alabama Gas powers their vehicles with natural gas. Stan Myers figured the way to make Brown's gas power your car exclusively on water. No gasoline at all. No additive, no nothing. Just water. But they killed him and took his invention. In other words, he died the next day of food poisoning and his car is gone. I'm not saying OPEC did it, but I'm saying they had a lot to lose had he gone forward with his invention. I mean, Alabama Power would even go out of business, because if you can power your house on water, why do you need Alabama Power? If you can power your car on water, why do you need to buy gasoline? Oil companies would go belly up. All right, let me tell you what he did. Again, it's an old idea, over 100 years old, but Stan Myers found the key that perfected this idea. In a nutshell, HHO generator is made of stainless steel plates. Each one is a positive, one is a negative. So therefore you will have 7 or 9 or 11 or 13 or 15 plates. The two outer are positive. So then you go positive, negative, and so forth, depending on how much fuel you want to make. Got to be stainless steel. There's other metals that will not corrode too, but stainless steel is the one I am talking about. You wire them together so that the negative doesn't touch the positive inside of the water, inside of the generator. You got two leads coming out, one positive, one negative. you attach your car's energy, which is a battery, to these leads. Your generator charges the battery so it doesn't die. The battery puts out only a mere few amps to charge what you have just installed. You installed a jug of water, basically. You have these plates inside, and when you fill it with water, distilled water, until you find out how to get rid of the impurities, distilled water is best. And when you sprinkle baking soda in it, it's like a catalyst. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Whoosh, it comes up. It's bubbling like crazy. It looks like you put hot ice in water. That's what it looks like. Except when it comes out, it's hydrogen gas. That's what all the bubbling is. Hydrogen gas burns hot. He runs a plastic tube from there through a thing called a bubbler that strips the excess moisture off of it, then pipes it into your fuel injection intake prior to the mouth sensor. The mouth sensor reads that your car is getting way too much fuel, so it leans it back automatically. In other words, it tells the carburation, or it tells the computer, look, I'm getting too much fuel here. Let's cut back the amount we're using. So your car will lean itself out and offset the amount of the hydrogen gas that's coming in. I'm sorry. Therefore, you can increase your mileage from 13 miles a gallon to 20, or to 30, or to 40, maybe 50. And if you find that glitch, find that little idea that Stan Myers found, then you do not need gasoline at all. Remember, he could drive from California to New York on 25 gallons of water. Oil companies would suffer, but they'd find new ways to use their oil, I'm sure, in other places and other means. Alabama Power would suffer because you could run your home off of a generator that's powered by hydrogen gas that you're making off of water. People, it's there. It is there. YouTube this. Type in YouTube, Stan Myers /HHO invention. When you see Stan Myers talk about it, describe it, when you see him drive his car on nothing but water, and then YouTube again, HHO generators, and you will see a number of people, a large number of people that are doing it today. And if they have that breakthrough, they're not telling you yet because they don't want to be killed like they killed Stan Myers. But you will see clip after clip after clip of people that is doing it and that's running their cars off of water right now, today. It's a simple process, and they're doing it in some automobile companies as test or trial runs, but they're not telling you about it. But the future is your car will run off of water, and so will your house. Look it up. Watch it over and over and over. Maybe something you want to tamper with yourself. I've done it. I've got 5 built. I've got 5 working. However, I can't keep the pollution out, the brown gas out. And mine gets too hot, so I haven't found the key. However, all of them produces hydrogen gas. All of them. And they work. So, do it. My name is Jody Wolf. You're watching Expose.